We're gearing up for the third and final leg of the Wheat Quality Tour, starting in Wichita and ending back where it all started in Manhattan. It's been a busy 3 days, but let's get a recap of day 2 again with Kansas Wheat Commission CEO Justin Gilpin.
Well, day 2 came in a better average than what we saw last year. It was somewhat what we were expecting to see, with crop conditions being better year on year. Today's crop came in at 46.9, which compared to last year on our route, 33 bushels per acre. So nearly 15 bushels per acre better than what we'd seen from last year. We saw really good wheat as we headed south out of Colby through the western third of Kansas as we got into the Oklahoma Panhandle. Right now the crop is in a pretty good shape. The concern probably with this year's crop is the fact that it is a little bit behind in maturity. And so we saw that as we started to move from the western third back towards the east, ending up back over in Wichita, where we started to see some wheat that had some damage due to too much moisture and the crop being a little bit later in maturity.
As we roll into the third day, Gilpin also gives us an overview of how we're going to culminate all the data so far from the tour.
As we go into tomorrow's more about consolidation of the tour, putting together the rest of the numbers, everybody putting in their number. We come out with an estimate for the state of Kansas. The big story with this year's crop is the fact that Kansas is at 7 million planted acres. If you think about the last time Kansas had an above average yield, it was in 2016. In 2016, there was 8.5 million acres planted. And so being less, 1.5 million acres, but still having an above average crop yield still means that we're probably average to below average total production for the state. When we think about how this crop is shaping up as far as protein quality, I know a lot of buyers and farmers are looking at that for interest. I do think there's a potential for higher yields that might have a little bit lower protein, so farmers really need to be paying attention to what their proteins are going to be going into this harvest.
Reporting from the third and final day of the Hard Winter Wheat Quality Tour in Wichita, Kansas, I'm Clay Patton on the Rural Radio Network.